How y'all doing, good people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Be careful down in the comment section of the videos. A lot of spam, a lot of scammers. I will never ask you to contact me by WhatsApp or Telegram. I also do not invest money for my subscribers. So please be careful. Don't get yourself scammed. A lot of wolves in sheep clothing out there, guys. It's a lot of things going on that are a little bit shady out there, guys. So be careful. Anybody start asking you for money over the internet, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. So just be careful out there. Do me a big favor if you want to keep up with yours truly when I'm not on the airwaves of YouTube. Do me a big favor. Get down in that description box and click on that Richard Fane Millionaire Mentor Instagram link. And then once you follow me on Instagram, do me a big favor. Send me a DM. Send me a DM on Instagram to let me know that you're rocking with me when you follow me on Instagram. Like I said, get down to the description box and click on that Richard Fane Millionaire Mentor Instagram link and give your boy a follow, man. Let me know you're rocking with me. Send me a DM, let me know you're rocking with me. Also, keep in mind, guys, there are a lot of wolves in sheep clothing impersonating me on Instagram as well. So be careful. I'll never slide into your DMs asking you for money. So if anybody slides into your DM asking you for money, telling you anything about some trading program or Apex, or they try to pretend they're mean, guys, just block them and report them on Instagram. Do that. Please do that, because they're just scamming you, or at least trying to scam you, attempt to scam you, because I would never slide into your DMs asking you for money. I don't slide into DMs and telling people about investment opportunities and all that stuff. Y'all know better than that. Everything I do it right here on my YouTube channel. Anything I want you to consider, I tell you every day right here on my YouTube channel. So I have no need to slide into your DMs, I tell you right here on this YouTube channel, anything I got for you, I just let you know right here on the YouTube channel. So please be careful when you follow me on Instagram. Like I said, that Instagram link is down in the description box. Richard Fane Millionaire Mentor Instagram link. Please give me a follow and then send me a DM to let me know you're rocking with me. Next thing, guys, is the website, www.richardfane.net. Guys, go check out the website. Second link down in the description box. Go check out those fantastic digital products that I have to help you collapse time frames and get to your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow faster. And then while you're there in the website, consider joining the fastest financial community on Patreon, and we call it the Wealth Builders. We got almost 1,100 wealth builders in 5 months that have joined our community through this YouTube channel. I talk about it every day on the YouTube channel, and over 1,000 people, almost 1,100 people have decided to join the Wealth Builders. Listen, guys, we have a really good time over there. We got a really robust community chat. We have weekly private live streams, Q&A that we do on in the Wealth Builders. And then, of course, every day I'm making posts on the main Patreon page, just encouraging folks, letting folks know what's out there, dropping articles, just taking care of one another financially. That's what we do over there in the Wealth Builders. And if you want to join us, like I said, second link down in the description box, click on the website address, www.richardfane.net, the website link, and then get over there and check out the digital products. Go ahead and grab you some of those digital products. The most important investment you'll ever make in your life is in you. And that's why the digital products are there, to help you make an investment in yourself. Not in me, in you. So consider it. And then, like I said, get over there and join the private mentorship club, the Wealth Builders, fastest growing financial community on Patreon. Last thing, and then we're going to dive in, is Mumu. Y'all know if you're going to take advantage of buying big boy blue chip paper assets. We're going to talk about paper assets at the tail end of our time together today. I'm going to run you through some of the investments that I'm doing and how they're doing, specifically around the shorts. Y'all already know what I'm doing on the longs, but we're going to talk about the shorts and how these shorts are doing and what other opportunities may present themselves, next week. Obviously, you guys know the Fed is meeting next week, 17th and 18th. They're going to drop rates, and we're going to talk about why former President Trump and presidential candidate Trump is not agreeing to that. He don't want any part of that. He don't want any part of it. And we're going to talk about his fight with the Federal Reserve and why he don't want any part of it. We're going to talk about that. That's going to be our main topic. We're going to dive into it a second here. So all you Trump folks, just hold on. We coming. And again, I ain't got no dog in the fight. I'm not trying to pick on President Trump. I don't care anything about whether he win or lose. I don't care. It has nothing to do with me and my wealth. I don't care about who wins. I'm just here to tell you what he is against when it comes to rate cuts and why. That's all I am. I'm just reporting the news. I don't care who win. I don't care about any of them. I got no dog in the fight. I'm going to build my wealth no matter what. See, I understand my wealth and me building my wealth ain't got nothing to do with the president. It ain't got nothing to do with it. My place on this earth and what I do on this earth ain't got nothing to do with the president. It's all about what I do. So let's get that straight. This is not an attack on President Trump. This is not an endorsement of this is just what President Trump said. I'm reporting it. I don't care if you win or lose, honestly. That's just my opinion. So let's just get that crystal clear before we dive into it. But until then, let's talk a little bit about Mumu, the self-directed brokerage app that I'm going to be using over the next 10 years to 10x my net worth. The good folks at Mumu, down in the description box, first link, has a wonderful offer for you guys. They're going to give you up to 15 free stocks when you deposit $1,000 in your new Mumu brokerage account. Now, if you deposit $100 in your new Mumu brokerage account, they're going to give you 5 free stocks. Publicly traded companies, big boy stocks. Why would I say big boy stocks? Because they're publicly traded, right? They're publicly traded stocks. Anybody that IPOs and goes public, in my opinion, is a big boy. Doesn't mean they're blue chip, but they're big boy because they're publicly traded company. So you're going to get either 5 or 10 publicly traded companies for free stocks when you open your new Mumu brokerage account. That's the first link down in the description box. By the way, that's my primary brokerage app that I use to buy my big boy blue chip paper assets. So consider that offer, guys. If you're trying to put yourself in a position to build wealth and increase your net worth, start there. Start with the 15 free stocks for free by trying out the Mumu brokerage app. So get down in the description box, click on that Mumu link. Don't delay, get started today. And on top of that, you get 3 really good features, right? Fractional share trading, automatic investing, and drip, right? Dividend reinvestment program where they're going to automatically reinvest your dividends for you. So listen, man, you can put this thing in autopilot. You can put some money in your brokerage account, pick the investments you want to buy and put it on autopilot, and they will make those investments for you every single week, every single day, every single month until you tell them to stop. That's putting that thing on autopilot and just starting the dollar cost average in and build your wealth in big boy blue chip paper assets. Towards the end of this time together, I'm going to mention some of the big boy blue chip paper assets that I'm buying from a short-term standpoint. I call them shorts. I buy them, I sell them. I buy them, I sell them. They're shorts. Then I have longs that I do not just buy and sell. My long positions I hold for long term, building wealth. My short-term positions I buy and sell to create FCF. That's free cash flow for you guys that don't follow my channel. FCF is free cash flow. My shorts provide me free cash flow. Right now, I'm in a position to sell some shorts and collect some free cash flow today. So I'm trying to debate if I want to go ahead and turn them now, turn them loose, create the cash flow, or do I wait until next week and see if I can get a little more juice out of them as rates come down. Is that gonna bounce them a little bit more? So we're gonna talk about that a little bit. But let's dive into, like I said, get down in the description box, click on that Mumu link, sign up for Mumu, guys. Open up your new Mumu account today. Go get yourself up to 15 free stocks and be in a position to build you some wealth through paper assets. For you guys that don't know how to use brokerage apps, send me an email through my website, www.richardfain.net. Second link down in the description box. Send me an email and say, Richard, I opened my Mumu account. I funded my Mumu account. Please send me the tutorial video so that I can go ahead and collapse time frames, learn how to use the app, and be ready to go to start building my wealth over these next 4 months and beyond. Because you guys already know the opportunity. I told y'all in January. See, for y'all that been rocking with me, know this. I told y'all in January, guys, that 2024 was going to be a monster year to build wealth transfer. And guess what? It's delivering. If you've been in the market from January to June, you had a monster first 6 months. And guess what we're going to have? We're going to have a monster second half of the year. I know a lot of y'all don't believe that, but we are. It's going to be a monster because I'm going to tell you that in December, to the moon. September, October, November are going to be accumulation months, what I like to call accumulation months. Those are going to be the time to accumulate big boy blue chips. All those 3 months are accumulation months. December is where you collect the wealth. That's my opinion now. Not a financial advisor here, not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just giving you my opinion that your accumulation months are right now. You already see the little mini bounce we've had in anticipation of what? Rate cuts. In anticipation of rate cuts, we already started a little bitty mini bounce, just a mini one. If you're starting to see what's going on this week in stocks, you see this little mini we're having right now, a little bitty mini. That's not even the big one. The big one, in my opinion, is coming in December. So in these next 3 months, it's accumulation of wealth, unrealized wealth. Accumulate big boy blue chips while they're on sale. And the only way you do that, you got to have a world-class brokerage app like Mumu, in my opinion. Now, I'm just giving you my opinion. Maybe I'm biased because I do use Mumu. I'm biased, I admit it. But nevertheless, I still think it's a world-class brokerage app, and they're going to give you up to 15 free stocks for just trying it. So get yourself down in the description box and try it. If you're going to rock with me, right? I ain't going to lead you down the wrong path. If y'all know my history, I ain't leading you down the wrong path, guys. Everything that I've said in this year has come to pass. Everything that I've said has come to pass. Every investment that I've made has made me money. Every one of them. I'm up 150% in Nvidia. I'm up about 15% in the S&P, SPLG. I'm up about 20% in FTEC. I'm up about 35% in the MAG 7. Guys, I'm just telling you, I'm no expert here, but it's just fundamental stuff you got to learn about the stock market, the ebbs and flows, the ups and downs, the accumulation period. We're in an accumulation period right now, guys. This is a time where you should be smiling and gobbling up. Like, y'all ever the little Pac-Man? See, I'm from the old school. We had the Pac-Man, little Pac-Man machine. You go to a little Pac-Man game, and you go all day long in the little arcade, little dollar store, little corner store. They had a little Pac-Man machine, and everybody loved it. But that was back in my day. I know y'all new wave people, y'all young people, y'all don't know nothing about that. But back in my day, we had that little Pac-Man machine. Boy, that little Pac-Man eating up stuff, that's what you should be. You should be a little Pac-Man right now. And again, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just trying to offer you a little bit of experience. This is an accumulation phase right now. These next 3 months is an accumulation phase. I think this year in 2024 is going to be better than 2023. That's what I believe. Because when these 3 months of accumulation are up, we hit December after that election, I'm telling you, man, do yourself a favor. Build you some wealth. That's all I can tell you. Build you some wealth. Use that Mumu app to build you some wealth. Get your 15 free stocks. Start building you some wealth with the Mumu app. Get down in the description box and click on the Mumu link. Get yourself started today. Don't delay. Get started today. Be a little Pac-Man. Be a little Pac-Man. I'm trying to tell y'all guys, you better be a little Pac-Man. If you don't know what that is, some of you young folks, go do some research. And when I say research, I mean Google. That's your Google. Go Google Pac-Man machine. I'm telling you, be a little Pac-Man machine and you'll be okay. That's my opinion now. I'm not your financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not qualified to tell you what to do. I'm not qualified to tell you what to do, but I will tell you this. Be a Pac-Man. Go out on Google and research that. Okay, let's dive into the main topic. What is old President Trump, or former president? I call him President Trump because he was a president. Any president, I always call him president. Like President Obama, President Clinton, President Bush. I just still call them president because they were presidents. And I don't care what you think about any of those people. They still were presidents. So there's a level of respect that I give to that office, president, even though I know I ain't got nothing to do with electing those people in that office, but I'm an American. I'm an American first. I'm not going to disrespect America. America first for me. That don't got nothing to do with a man or a woman. It has to do with an attitude, a swag. It has to do with my ancestors who paid the price for me to be here right now. I'm not going to disrespect America or I disrespect my ancestors. So anything that got to do with America, whether it's bad or good, it's still America. And at the last time I checked, it's still the greatest country in the world. I'm not going to disrespect that for nobody. So President Trump, because he was a president, whether I like him or not, doesn't matter. He was a president. Whether you like President Obama or not, doesn't matter. He was a president. Whether you like President Lincoln or not, he was a president. Put some respect on the president. Period, right? That's how I feel, because I'm an American. I'm not going to disrespect America, because I believe it's the greatest country in the world. A guy like me who had nothing but a dream at 26 years old, I can become and have become exactly what I wanted to. Why? Because of America and the opportunities it afforded me. So I'm never going to disrespect a president. Whether I like him or not, doesn't matter. I'm not going to disrespect him. So President Trump is not in agreement on these rate cuts. And we're going to talk about why. Here's the headline. But you got to also understand his own party, the Republicans, they want rate cuts. But President Trump don't want the rate cuts. So let's talk about that. He and his party are a little bit at odds. And he definitely at odds with the Federal Reserve, right? He do not like the Federal Reserve. He does not like the hierarchy in the Federal Reserve. President Trump wants to be the chairman of the Federal Reserve. If he's reelected as president, he'd like to be the decision maker. He want to be the chairman of the Federal Reserve. He's going to fire Jay Powell. I'll tell you that right now. President Trump get in there, Jay Powell and all his other folks, they're going to get fired. President Trump is going to be the chairman of the Federal Reserve. If he has his way now, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just telling you if he has his way. But here we go. Here's the headline. Republicans break with Trump. Back Fed ahead of rate cut. So they're saying, this is from Politico. This is a news article. This is not a Richard Fain opinion. This is a news article that I'm reading you. So just remember that. Just remember that. Donald Trump is on a collision course with his fellow Republicans on Capitol Hill over Federal Reserve policy, with a clash looming next week when the central bank cuts interest rates. See, everybody know the central bank gonna cut these rates. Everybody know that. They're gonna cut them by 25 basis points. It's time. They've kept rates higher for longer, and it did the job. And it will continue to do the job because they're not gonna bring them down from 5.5 to 3.5 on next week. They're gonna bring them down 25 basis points. And they're gonna keep bringing it down 25 basis points for about 8 rate cuts, which will equal about 200 basis points. That's the mandate. So they're gonna, over the next year and a half, they're gonna go ahead and methodically bring these things down by 25 basis points till they get to what? New monetary policy of about 3.25 to 3, about 3.25 to 3.5. That'll be new monetary policy, and they'll leave it there unless something catastrophic happens, and they can always raise or continue to lower. But they're gonna leave it there. President Trump don't want that, not just yet. President Trump don't want him to do that before the election. And I get it. I know where he's going with this, but let's keep reading. And I ain't mad at him because I know what he's thinking. Yeah. And again, I ain't got a dog in the fight. Let's just get that clear. I'm going to vote now because I'm American. And as an American, I believe you should vote. If you're here in America and you have the right to vote, I believe you should vote. Now, it ain't none of my business who you vote for, nor do I care. But being an American or someone who is here in America and can vote, I believe you got to be an American citizen to vote. So if you're an American citizen, vote. Whoever you vote for. Well, you can vote for Charlie Brown if you want to. Put him on the ballot. Go ahead and put Charlie Brown on the ballot. And then his running mate gonna be that little Tweety bird, the little bird. What the little bird name was on Charlie Brown? The little Tweety bird. Put Charlie Brown on there and then put the Tweety bird as the vice president. I don't care who you vote for is my point, but vote. Woodstock, that's the name. Charlie Brown, little bird named Woodstock. Put Woodstock on there with Charlie Brown and vote for that person. It doesn't matter, guys. The key though is you gotta vote. That's your right as an American citizen to vote, right? So I'm gonna vote. Ain't none of your business who I'm voting for. It's irrelevant, right? But my right as an American citizen is to vote. And I would recommend all Americans who can vote, who are citizens and are able to vote, vote. Right? That's your American right. You're giving up part of your right as an American if you don't vote, guys. You have no skin in the game if you don't vote. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand we don't elect the president. I know that. But I still have a right to vote. That's part of my right, and I'm going to vote. Even though I know somebody else really puts that person in the White House. But I'm still going to vote. Let's keep moving. Donald Trump is on a collision course with his fellow Republicans on Capitol Hill over Federal Reserve policy, aka interest rates, with a clash looming next week when the central bank cuts interest rates. The former president has warned that rate cuts are something that they know they shouldn't be doing before the November elections. The Fed move, its first reduction in borrowing costs in 4 years, will begin to provide relief to a job market that's showing signs of weakening. Now, where does that come from? Look at the last three jobs reports. Go look at the last 3 job reports. It's some weakening, guys. This last one we just got, what do we have? 140,000 jobs added when the experts said we were going to have 165. So, and that was before the reduction. You already know they're going to reduce it, right? So yeah, Unemployment was up to 4.3%, ticked down to 4.2, but still higher than we like. For a little bit there, we had jobless claims go up, which is AKA people filing for unemployment. For a couple of weeks there, it was going up. Now, it since has settled itself down, but it's a little rocky. So yeah, maybe it's time. It's time. But President Trump don't like that. He don't believe in that. Former president has warned that rate cuts are something that they know they shouldn't be doing. Before the November elections, the Fed move will be the first reduction in borrowing costs in 4 years. With economic fears rising, some of Trump's allies on Capitol Hill aren't echoing his warning to the Fed about election interference. See, that's President Trump's thing. See, President Trump understands if you get rate cuts, that's a win in the column of the opponent. Y'all already know who the opponent is. The Democrats. You got the Republicans and the Democrats. You got a couple of other parties out there, the Green Party and some other parties, but they're not in real serious contention. Really, your two parties that are in contention is the Republicans and the Democrats. And President Trump is a Republican, but he also knows if these rates come down, that's a win in the column for the Democrats. And he believes that's unfair. Should not do that until this thing is over and then, okay? So that's where the disagreement between he and his party, they got some disagreement there. They got some disagreement. With economic fears rising, some of Trump's allies on Capitol Hill aren't echoing his warning to the Fed about election interference, and instead say it's the right call to lower rates. This is coming from people in his own party, right? Many GOP, that's Republicans, lawmakers said in interviews this week that the Fed should act because of worrying indicators that the economy could be slowing down. And you got to understand, no president is bigger than the economy. Why? Because the 1% run this country, not the president. The 1% run this country that I live in. This great country that I live in is run behind people you don't see. You don't know. They're the people that run this country. You don't even know them and you don't even see them. You see a president, but that president doesn't run this country. There are people behind the president that actually runs the country, right? And those people are saying, oh no, you cutting these rates. Sorry, I'm just telling you. I know that burst some of y'all's bubble. What do you mean? What do you mean? The president does run the country. No, I'm sorry to tell you, he don't. He's the front man. He's the front man or woman, front woman, front man, but they don't run the country. Somebody that you don't know and have never heard of, and these people are filthy, 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 filthy wealthy. They're the ones that run the country. Sorry. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Many GOP lawmakers said in interviews this week that the Fed should act because of worrying indicators that the economy could be slowing down. Now, let me ask y'all a question. We already know the 1%, the wealthiest of the top wealthiest families in this country run the country, right? So guess what happens? All of these little senators and your House of Representative people, all these people, especially the big wigs, the ones who carry a big stick on Capitol Hill, they all have handlers. They all have people that they report to that are 1%ers that actually help them, not help, but put them in their office. See, money, guys. See, what makes things turn in this country is money. I don't care if it's politics. I don't care if it's religion. I don't care if it's entertainment. I don't care what it is. Money. makes everything move in this country, right? So when people of power and wealth, when they put their money somewhere, they put it there for a reason. When they put their money on a candidate to elect that candidate to put all of their resources, their financial resources to get you elected, they don't do that for free. There's a cost associated with that. There's a price you have to pay in order to get their support. They don't just, oh, golly, I like Richard Fain. He's a great guy. Let's go ahead and give him 10 million. No. Hey, Richard, we like you. You're a good guy, but guess what? We're going to give you 10 million, but we want something in return. So when you get your little butt up there to Capitol Hill, don't act like you don't know us, or we will remove you. You won't go in a second term. We will get you out of there. That's the way it worked, guys. I'm sorry. I know I'm bursting the bubble for some of y'all, but that's the way it worked. Whether you believe it or not, you go out there and live in the world you want to live in, but the world I live in, it's about this. It's about the powerful and the wealthy. They run this country. That's okay, though, because I watch them and I just do what they do when it comes to building my wealth. Now, I'm not a political guy. I could care less about that. I'm more interested in building my wealth and helping others build their wealth in order to free themselves from being dependent on these one percenters. See, if you want to be independent, you need to build some wealth, guys. You can sit up here and act like some president, this president, they're going to save everything for us. No, they ain't. You're going to still be broke. Soon as the election over, guess what? Go look at your bank account. It's still going to be empty. 6 months from now, empty, unless you do something to fill it up. No president is going to fill up your bank account. I don't know why y'all think, oh my God, he's going to. No, they're not, guys. Those people get in that office, and whoever put them there, the rich and the powerful, that's who pull the strings. The rich and the powerful. So listen, man, I'm an American and I'm a vote. I understand it's part of my duty as an American to vote, but it's not part of my duty to believe that person I put in the White House actually runs anything. I'm not gonna believe that. I mean, come on, you gotta be really, come on, think about it. One person, come on. All the crap that go on, they all promise all this stuff they're gonna do. When they get up there, they don't even do a third of it. They don't even do 10% of it. They promise you all of this stuff. Oh, golly, we're going to do this climate change. We're going to give you $50,000 new for business owners. We're going to give you this and that. We're going to give you free health care. We're going to do all of this. None of it get done. I'm just telling you that. I know some of y'all are triggered right now, but I'm just giving you my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. So let's keep moving. It is time for rate cuts. This is coming from Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana. This is a Republican from the great state of Louisiana, coming on record saying it's time for rate cuts. Guys, y'all know good and well, ain't nobody coming out doing that against no former president, could be the new. People ain't doing that for no reason, guys. People are not putting themselves out there for no reason. You know why they're coming out speaking against it? Because that's what the 1% told them to do. The 1% knows something about this election, guys, we don't know. I keep telling y'all that. The 1% knows something. Why would the Republicans, some of the Republicans, be coming out saying they are in favor of rate cuts when their candidate, who is running for president, is against it? Y'all don't think something fishy about that? Y'all don't think something ain't adding up? Don't you think they know something that we don't know? Or why would they be coming out against their candidate? Normally, you want to be in step with your candidate, don't you? Isn't that how it normally work? Doesn't it normally work that way? Don't it normally work like when that's your candidate, everybody fall in line, and whether they agree with the candidate or not, they fall in line. Either they shut their mouth or they say something good. Isn't it a little odd that you got Republicans coming out disagreeing with their candidate? I just think that's odd. That just lets me know there's a bigger thing happening behind closed doors that you and I don't know anything about. Something is happening behind closed doors that you and I don't know nothing about. I'm telling you guys, something is at play here. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's give you my little 2 cents. It is time for a rate cut, said Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana. This economy, particularly the labor market, is softening very, very, very quickly. That's John Kennedy of Louisiana, Republican. GOP lawmakers' support for the cut signals that they're willing to give the Fed room to drive decision-making on monetary policy, despite Trump's stated desire to have more say over it. See, President Trump want to be the chairman of the Federal Reserve. Now, he don't only just want to be the president. He won't do that too. But he also want to be you know, you can't do both. See, this is the thing about President Trump. And whether you like him or not, he just don't play by the rules. He don't care. He make his own rules. He just make his own rules. I mean, he done got in the White House. Before he got out of there, he done put three of his people on the Supreme Court. Come on, man. Listen, man. Listen. Trump's stated desire to have more say over it. But the GOPs are going against him. His own folk, not all of them now, but some of them are going on record. And that's rare, guys, that you see people come out on record. It's one thing when you're behind closed doors and you're not on the record and some anonymous GOP, but when you done went on record with your name against your candidate, who you know carry a big stick, and you going against him, knowing you got to run for election again, and you go against him? Come on, man. Y'all know something going on. Something going on we don't know about, right? Something going on we don't know about. Next week's move by Fed Chair Jerome Powell and his colleagues, FOMC, could become a flashpoint over the independence of the central bank and provide an early window into how Republicans would respond to Trump's attempts to pressure the Fed if he's reelected. Ain't no pressure. Trump had already went on record and said he want to be the Federal Reserve Chairman. From my recollection, from what I've read. So, and like I said, I'm not saying that's bad or good. I'm just telling you, he'd like to be the Federal Reserve Chairman and the president, which I don't think you can do both. But like I told you, Trump don't care nothing about them rules. Trump make his own rules. So, hey, I'm just saying. So here we go. The time is right. Here's another Republican going on record with their name, not fearing retaliation from President Trump. Why would they do that? I don't know, man. Something going on we don't know about. The time is right, said GOP Rep Dan Meuser, Meuser, a Trump supporter from the battleground state of Pennsylvania. Now, you're a Trump supporter from the battleground state of Pennsylvania, and you go on record to say this: you've got to put the greater good ahead of looking political. Listen, man, these people going on record, not fear of any retaliation or anything. Wow. Trump has a long history of accusing the Fed of conspiring against him. He said then Fed Chairman Janet Yellen kept rates low in 2016 to boost Democrats. Trump has said he expects Powell to do the same this year. Powell, a Republican, was a frequent target of Trump's criticism during his presidency, despite being his hand-picked Fed chair. So Trump actually picked Powell. That's crazy. While some GOP lawmakers have followed Trump's lead, recent economic indicators appear to be driving concern for others. Unlike Trump, Republicans in Congress currently hold office and could be held responsible by voters for a downturn. When you think about it, a rate cut is a cost cut, Muser said. It's a stimulus to the economy. I keep telling y'all guys, anytime you cut rates, what do? You stimulate the economy. Why do you stimulate the economy? Because you're reducing borrowing cost. And whether you like it or not, borrowing money is a stimulant to the economy because people take borrowed money, companies take borrowed money, and they do what with it? They buy stuff. And when you buy stuff, you're helping the economy because 70% of the economy is made up of consumer spending. So rate cuts actually provide a stimulus to the economy. It stimulates the economy. It encourages borrowing, which then in turn, y'all know how we do in America. We borrow money, we go buy stuff. So that's what they're telling you here. When you think about it, a rate cut is a cost cut. Users say it's stimulus to the economy. It's something that's needed. It's a pro-growth initiative. This is what his own party is saying, some of them at least. The Fed is facing new pressure to cut rates because of growing concerns about a potential spike in unemployment, coupled with mounting evidence that COVID-era inflation is tapered down. It's all but assured that the Fed will ease borrowing costs next week. The big question is by what magnitude it will begin to change course. The Fed raised rates 11 times in 2022 and 23 to bring down rapid price increases. It worked, by the way. So AKA Fed Chair Jerome Powell, FOMC, great job. Great job. Great soft landing. You did your job. RNC spokesman Anna Kelly said in a statement that President Trump has repeatedly said that he wants to bring down mortgage and interest rates as quickly as possible by cutting energy prices in half and declaring a national energy emergency. Problem is, Trump don't want to do that until he's in office. Then he'll do it. I ain't mad at him for that. I mean, can you be mad at the guy? He wants the credit for that. I ain't mad at him. He wants the credit for saving the economy. If you cut rates now, you can't take credit for that. The other people get credit for it. And I ain't mad at him for that. That's just a strategy, right? That's strategy. Kelly said that Vice President Kamala Harris has broken our economy and let's start over. Kelly said that Vice President Kamala Harris, hopefully I'm pronouncing her name right, Kamala Harris has broken our economy and wreaked havoc with her pro-inflation policies. And that the only way to reignite the economic growth is by sending President Trump back to the White House. The disconnect between Trump and fellow Republicans on the Fed reveals uncoordinated messaging on the state of the economy. That ain't uncoordinated. That's by design because the 1%, may not want him back in office, to be honest with you. Now, I know that's shocking to some of y'all, and I don't care. Like I said, if he's back in there, hey, man, that's fine with me. Ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm going to build my wealth no matter who in there. But I just get the sense that the 1% really don't want him back in there. Not really. Because you don't have people coming out on record, Republicans on record, saying they disagree with him. There's something fishy going on. Now, I know there's very popular, a lot of the grassroots and very popular, but y'all do understand just because you're very popular don't mean you get to the White House. You do understand that, right? Go look at history. There's a lot of people who had like the popular vote, but still didn't get in. So, yeah, I gotta keep telling y'all, y'all think we put people in there, but we really don't. Because if that's the case, anybody got the popular vote would be in. But history tells us that's not true. There are people who had more votes, but didn't get in. I keep telling y'all the 1% run this country, and whoever the 1% want in that White House, that's who's gonna win. I don't care what these polls say. I don't care who is leading in the polls going into the election day. Whoever the 1% want to put in there, that's who's going to end up in there. And the only thing I keep thinking about is why would Republicans go on record with their name on record saying they disagree with the candidate? Who is telling them to go out there and disagree with that candidate? That's something for y'all to think about. I don't know. It just seems fishy to me. It just seems pretty fishy to me that you're going against your candidate. It just seems pretty fishy to me. The forces compelling the Fed to cut are signs that the economy is softening under President Joe Biden, which is how GOP lawmakers are choosing to frame the issue as they back the decision to lower rates. Of course, they're going to put it on Joe. Joe has ruined the economy, so that's why we got to go ahead and say, get these rate cuts in now. But still, for me, it don't add up. It doesn't add up to me. You got a president who the people, at least the people in your party, agree will lead them into the White House. But now you got some of your key Republicans, key states, Louisiana, Pennsylvania, key states, Republicans, saying, no, let's reduce them now. I don't know. That sounds a little fishy to me, but that's just my little way of thinking. Maybe I'm wrong. Sounds fishy. They're high because of President Biden's economic policy. They're saying rates are high because of Biden. It's all Biden's fault. It's all Biden's fault. It's all Biden's fault that inflation went up, the pandemic happened. All that's Biden's fault. It's Biden's fault that we had to stimulate the economy with stimulus check and PPP and cut rates to zero just to save America's economy. That's Biden's fault. We shouldn't have done none of that. We should have just let the U.S. economy just disappear, and then our whole country would have disappeared. That's what we probably should have did. We shouldn't have put PP in. But guess what, man? Back in 2020, everybody wanted that PPP. Everybody wanted that stimulus. Everybody wanted them rates zero. Now, all of a sudden, 4 years later, it's all Biden's fault. The whole thing. The pandemic, inflation, everything's Biden's fault. I tell you, boy, y'all something else. You people on Capitol Hill don't change, man. You people do not change. You people do not change on Capitol Hill. You politicians do not change. That's why I keep telling y'all guys, stop putting all your faith in these politicians. These people do not got your best interest at heart. They work for the 1%, and their first course of action, their first people they want to take care of is the 1%, and then themselves. You are way down the list. I hate to tell you that. I hate to break that bad news to you. You are maybe not even on the list. Some of y'all might be on the list somewhere down there, 3rd, 4th, or 5th, but a lot of these politicians, y'all ain't even on their list to care about. Trust me, they're not. Because if you were, you'd have free health care, you'd have everything you need in order to do what you need to do, but you don't. The homeless population in this country wouldn't be growing. So they ain't really here to solve your problems, honestly. So solve your own problems. Get you some wealth. Build you some wealth. Become independent, not dependent on government, not be dependent on 1%ers. Create you some independence through wealth. Then you ain't got to worry about all this stuff. Again, I'm going to vote because that's my American duty to vote. I'm American. My duty is to vote. Who I vote for doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter because honestly, I believe I don't care who wins the popular vote. Now, sometimes whoever wins the popular vote, they become the president. But there are times, guys, where the popular vote has not been put in that seat in the Oval Office. I still believe personally, whoever the 1% wants in there, that's who they put in. That's what I believe. But y'all believe whatever you want to. You got your own mind. You think how you want to think. I'm just giving you my little 2 cents. But for the record, doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is I'm in a free market where I can earn money, and then I can take that money, buy very good companies and very good ETFs and build my wealth. As long as that right isn't taken from me, I'm Gucci. All the rest of this stuff, y'all go ahead and y'all miss me with all that. All I care about is I have a right to a free market. No matter what color I am, no matter what my sexual orientation is, no matter what my age is, none of that. Long as I have the ability to go out and earn, keep what I earn, and invest it in assets that grow over time and build wealth, don't take that right from me. I'm Gucci. All the rest of that stuff, miss me with it. All this other stuff, because you ain't in control of any of that. Now, I'm not a political person, and I don't get into all of that. All I get into for me is I just want to have the right to live in a free country where I'm able to take care of my family, do right by others, and others do right by me. That's what I'm more concerned with. I can't worry about climate control. I can't worry about all the rest of this stuff. I can't worry about that. I can pray about it and ask God to put his hand on it, which he does. But I can't be on her. Oh, golly, I'm a fight. No, I'm not going to do that. I told you what I stand for. So here we go. Let's wrap this thing up and then we're going to move on. So we got Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri said, I don't want them to act in a political manner. I want them to just do their job. I wish they'd have done it sooner. Some Republicans, including Kennedy, want the Fed to make a big cut, a 0.5% instead of 1/4. This is coming from a Republican from Louisiana. He don't want a 25 basis point. He want a 50 basis point. Just like a number of progressive Democrats want a 50. When you look at those job numbers, the labor market is really softening quickly, Kennedy said, adding that he would have supported a smaller cut only a month ago. Kennedy serves on the Senate Banking Committee, which has jurisdiction over the Fed. They oversight. Now, the Fed is independent, but the Senate Banking Committee, Congress provides oversight. Some Republicans aren't yet on board. Rep. John Rose of Tennessee said it may be a little soon for the Fed to act. So there you go, man. We'll see. Well, fortunately, Fed is going to be cutting them rates next week. So I think President Trump will lose that battle. Now, I'm not saying he'll lose the election, but he'll lose that battle because they're going to reduce those rates next week. And I've been telling y'all that for months and months and months. I told y'all in September, these people are going to reduce the rates. No matter what the market was doing, no matter what, I told y'all before the election, it was going to reduce those rates. I told you that months ago. I said, I'm telling you guys, there is no way Biden and his cronies and all the rest of these folks who have a vested interest in these rates going down are going to let these rates not get reduced in September. And guess what's going to happen? Rates going to get reduced. So let's move on. Let's talk about what's going on in the stock market today. Now, y'all already know a lot of people, what is it, Friday the 13th. So some of y'all believe in that. This Friday the 13th bad luck thing. I don't believe in that. I believe in God. I don't believe in none of that. But check out the stock market. A lot of people I saw early on, even on the wealth builders, I saw a couple people in there saying, oh, this is going to be a sell-off today. And again, we're early now, so I could be eating these words at 4 o'clock. But right now, it's holding its own. You got Nvidia holding its own at $119.36, up 22 cents today, holding its own. Not complete sell-off yet. Now, will it reverse and sell off sharply before 4 o'clock or who knows? But right now, it's holding itself up. Let's see what the rest of the market is doing. But right now, Nvidia, the 900-pound silverback, is holding its own. I honestly thought it would sell off this morning. I thought that. But then I thought to myself, maybe they're not selling off just yet because they're waiting on next week for the bump, a little extra bump from the rate cut. And then maybe they sell off. I don't know. I'm just saying. You guys not don't care about the sell off because I'm long-term in this thing. For some of you guys that are short-term in this thing, you might care because you may want to parachute out before you lose your little profit. But me, I don't care about no sell-off because I'm long-term in this thing. I told y'all I need $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9,000 a share. I can't do nothing with no $119 a share. That ain't gonna help me. That ain't gonna help my cause. Boy, that ain't gonna help my cause. $119 a share, guys, is not gonna help my cause. I need like 5 times that minimum for my cause for me to parachute out this thing, or business performance issues. So here we go. Here's what's happening today. Stocks ticked higher. Stocks ticked higher as S&P 500 shoots for a 5-day winning streak, guys. Stocks traded higher, putting the S&P on track for its 5th straight winning session, as Wall Street headed for a strong weekly gain. The broad market index climbed 0.6%, while the Dow traded 342 points higher. The NASDAQ slid in higher at 0.6%. The S&P and NASDAQ composite are coming off their 4th straight winning day, adding to their strong week-to-date performances. The broad market index is up 3.6% this week, while the NASDAQ 5.3. Ooh, goodness gracious. The Dow has advanced 2.3. See, dip season was a week and a half ago, that was dip season. And I was encouraging all of you folks that are trying to build some wealth to get down in that description box and click on the Mumu link, sign up, put you some money in there, send me an email, let me get you the tutorial videos so you can position yourself, get yourself in position. Remember I told y'all that a week and a half ago, get in position. Remember when we were down and the video was down to 105, 104, all that there, ooh, goodness gracious, it's going to 75. What did I say? Get in position. Get in position for this wealth transfer. I told y'all 2024 was going to be a wealth transfer year. Some of y'all believed me. A lot of y'all didn't. Some of y'all are still in the same position you was in January 1 with your wealth. Ain't transferred 1 penny. I'm not sure what you're waiting on, but the whole year has been a wealth transfer. If you had got yourself in last week when it was on the low, now you got a little bit of cha-ching. You'd have had a little cha-ching. Either you could have short-termed this thing, or you could have just kept building. You'd have had a little cha-ching. But nope. Nope. Wall Street aliens said it ain't time yet. I'm going to wait till they give me the signal. Okay. Go ahead and wait till they give you the signal. Wall Street aliens told me to wait. I'm not doing anything until they tell me to pull the trigger. I'm going to continue to wait. Okay. Keep on listening to them. Just keep listening to them. They're going to lead you right to where you want to be led to. Keep listening to them. The S&P and the NASDAQ have obviously jumped up. Had a great week. And again, we're still not out of Friday. Anything can happen today, right? Anything. I saw a little propaganda. I saw a little bit of propaganda that they put in on the video this morning about some company out of Texas Tech, something, getting ready to sue Nvidia over some type of patent on the Blackwell chip. I'm like, here we go again. Boy, these folks just don't ever stop. These Wall Street aliens don't never stop, man. Any little thing that don't have no merit to it, they throw it in the headline to do what? Confuse you. Now, do you really think, really think this company has spent billions of dollars on this Blackwell chip and they're not going to do a basic patent search? But this is what they want y'all to think, man. They want y'all to think this company that went out here and spent billions of dollars for the Blackwell and do no patent search. There's a patent sitting out there somewhere that they missed. Come on, guys, this is ridiculous. But this is what the Wall Street aliens do to keep you on the sideline. Told you last week, get in where you fit in. Get in on the dip season. Now you'd have been up. You'd have had some net worth in your pocket. You could have parachuted out of this thing at $119 a share and put your, $12, $13 worth of net worth in your pocket per share, if that's what you wanted to do. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just giving you facts. Facts is, last week, if you'd have got yourself in bulk dip season, when you was 104, 105, right now today, you'd be up in 1 week. I don't know. Broadcom, go look at Broadcom. Dip season last week. You'd be up right now. Matter of fact, pretty much all semiconductors. Just saying, man, you got to get in where you fit in, man, and stop this. I'm telling you, I already told y'all, 2024 wealth transfer year. 2025, another wealth transfer year. 2026, even bigger wealth transfer year. 2027, even bigger. All the way to 2030, baby. This thing is going to build so much wealth. I just hate for you to miss it. Sitting around here listening to these Wall Street aliens. I just hate for you to miss it. I'm just telling you, not a financial advisor, not qualified to tell you to do anything, but what I am qualified to do is give you my opinion. I'm qualified at, I'm an expert at my own opinion. And my opinion is, from now to 2030, there's gonna be trillions and trillions of dollars worth of wealth transfer to somebody. I'm gonna get my piece. I'm gonna be in line. You know how you go to a Taylor Swift concert, or she getting ready to sell tickets and them people be there 2 weeks in advance, sleeping out there in line 2 weeks in advance to get them Taylor Swift tickets. That's how I'm gonna be on this on this wealth transfer. I'm gonna be there 2 weeks in advance in front of the line, sleeping in a tent. Sure am. I'm gonna get my piece. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna get my piece. Now, if someone's out there that says, hey man, I wanna get my piece too, get down in that description box and click on that Mumu link. First link, down in the description box, click on that Mumu link, get yourself signed up, and guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna put $1,000 in and you're gonna get 15 free stocks. Boom, you've already created wealth out of thin air. 15 free stocks are gonna have some type of value associated with those 15 free stocks. Anywhere from $2 up to $2,000 a piece on those 15 free stocks. Some of y'all can't afford to put $1,000 in. You wanna start smaller, and that's okay. Put $100 in. You can get 5 free stocks. Anywhere valued between $2,000 to $2,000 a piece. Listen, man, we are in a wealth transfer period. Stop not getting, I've had so much wealth transferred to myself this year. Some of it ain't even, none of it's realized because I ain't sold nothing. I'm just letting it compound. And anytime dip season, and it's dipped enough, I go buy dip season. And I add it to the repertoire and reduce my cost basis. Every time I do that, I'm not buying nothing unless it reduces my cost basis. I'm not buying anything above what my cost basis is. So if my cost basis on Nvidia is 105, I'm not buying nothing from Nvidia until the cost basis is below 105 for dip season. Then I'll buy dip season, add it to the cost basis, and reduce it. Nvidia goes down to $95 a share next week. Boom, I go in and buy me 2,000 shares, add it to the cost basis, I reduce the cost basis. So when it goes to the moon finally, my cost basis is reduced because I buy the dip. Say, a lot of y'all, why are you buying the dip? It's going down. What are you doing? I'm reducing my cost basis so I can make more money long term. That's what I'm doing. What do you think buy the dip is? At least for a long term guy. See, I'm a long-term guy. I'm not one of these short guys in this thing. And ain't nothing wrong with being short in it. That's your strategy. Execute it flawlessly. I'm a long guy in this stock. So what do? I wait. I miss out on a little profit in the beginning. I wait until it goes to dip season below my cost basis, and I gobble up below my cost basis stocks, and I add them to the cost basis to reduce the cost basis. That's what I do. My goal, if this thing works out like I want it to work out, my cost basis will be about $95 on 20,000 shares. Can you imagine when that thing go to $1,000 a share and my cost basis is $95 a share on 20,000 shares? Ooh, woo! Let me do the math on that because that got me excited. And I don't know what the math is on it, but I'm gonna figure it out. Let me figure it out. So I got 20,000 shares and my cost basis is 95 a share. That's my goal. So I got 1.9 if I can get to 20,000 shares at a 95 cost basis. Why do I like 20,000 shares? Because I want to be like Nancy Pelosi. I want to be like Nancy. Remember that commercial, Be Like Mike? I want to be like Nancy. So I want to be like Nancy. Nancy got 20,000 shares. She ain't sold one share. She holding them. Why is she holding them? She sits on the finance committee on Capitol Hill. So she knows what's going on behind the scenes that you and I don't know. She already good friends with the folks over there in Taiwan. She already done toured the TSMC's plant over there in Taiwan. I think she was instrumental in brokering the deal to get them to build the plant that they're building in Phoenix, Arizona. I think Nancy was part of that. I'm just my opinion, guys. Okay, let's keep moving. So same 20,000 shares at $1,000 a share. And I know some of y'all think, man, what is this guy doing? This guy's retarded. He crazy. That's $20 million, guys. So 1.9, 20 million minus 1.9, that's like 18 million. And I know some of y'all think I'm in fantasy land. You remember Fantasy Island? If y'all back in the day, that TV show, I think it was ABC, it was called Fantasy Island, with the real smooth Latin guy. He was real smooth Latin guy. And he had the little guy with him, tattoo, the little guy. And then you had the smooth guy and then the little guy, tattoo. That was his little protege. And they gave fantasies to people. It's called Fantasy Island. I know some of y'all think I'm on Fantasy Island with my little, this thing will never get to $1,000 a share. It'll never. The plane boss, the plane. Remember that? The plane boss, the plane. Remember Tattoo would say, the plane boss, the plane. That means new people are coming to the island, Fantasy Island, right? And they give them fantasy. The plane boss, the plane. I know y'all think I'm on Fantasy Island, but I really believe there's an opportunity for this stock to get to $1,000 a share at some point before 2030. I believe that. Now, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I firmly believe that. So that's the game plan. The game plan is stay in this thing, and if I get dip season and it go low enough, I can reduce my cost basis on my shares. So if my cost basis is 105 today, my goal, if it goes according to plan, is at some point reduce that cost basis under $95 a share. Now, can I get there? I don't know. I'm good at the 105, but that's why I'm not buying any more shares right now, because I've not gotten under $100 a share yet. I haven't gotten to, I've already bought at $100 a share. I really want to buy under that so I can continue to bring down that cost basis. Every share I buy long term, I bring down the cost basis. So that's what my goal is to bring down that cost basis and use Nvidia to build some massive wealth. Because I want to buy an island. I want to buy an island in the Caribbean. I ain't gonna say a whole island myself, but I want to buy me a little piece of dirt on an island. I want to have a nice little acre on the ocean. So when I walk out the back of the house, I want the big old gigantic house, not big old gigantic house. I want a nice house, right? But when you look at the back of it, I don't want to see nothing but ocean. That's it. I don't want nothing. When I walk out the back of that house, I don't want to see nothing but crystal blue ocean. And that's going to cost me a nice little penny to do that. So I need to build this wealth to a point where I can go over to the Caribbean, locate me an island that has all the infrastructure done, all the utilities, Wi-Fi, all that. I don't want it to be no tourist trap though. I ain't moving to no tourist trap. It needs to be just a regular island with regular rich people on there, because that's probably who's gonna be on there, but I'm not gonna be that rich. But the little money I do have, I'm gonna buy me a little piece of dirt and I'm gonna be on the same island as the wealthy. I ain't gonna be that wealthy now because they're gonna have way more money than me, but I'm gonna have my little piece somewhere in the corner. Just give me a little bit. I don't need the big boy house. I just need the little, the little house, but on a nice little piece of land where I can walk out the back door every morning with a cup of coffee, right? And just enjoy that water, that ocean. God, I want that so bad. That's the reason why, guys, you got to have something compelling in your life that motivates you and pushes you when times get tough. That's what I got. So let's move on. Wall Street is now looking ahead toward the Federal Reserve's policy meeting September 17 and 18, where the central bank is largely anticipated to lower rates by 25 bips. Currently, the Fed funds rate is 525 to 550. We know we had some data come out this week that was pretty good data showing inflation is coming down. So that's good. That further supports rate cuts. So that's what the market is doing right now, guys. It's just kind of, it ain't crazy, but it's just holding steady, which is pretty dang on good, because normally Fridays, normally it could be a sell-off day. Now, again, we got a lot of time left. It's only 11:45 a.m. Eastern time. So you got a lot left in the day. They could sell off, and as soon as I shut this thing down, it could start selling off. Who knows? But again, I don't care about that because I'm not in sell mode. I love seeing it in the green because it just gives you a little bit of pep in your step. For me, I get a little pep in my step when I see it in the green. I feel just a little bit better. The day's a little bit clearer, right? I just feel a little better. I get a little bit of some euphoria when I see it in the green. But if it goes back to the red, I'm okay, because I told y'all the game plan. The game plan is if the thing go to the depths, the deep red, and it goes down to 95, 90, whatever, in these next 3 months in the accumulation period. Remember, this is an accumulation period. So I'm looking to accumulate, but I'm only going to accumulate if it gets below my cost basis. I don't need to be accumulating unless it's below my cost basis, because I've already got 11,200 shares. So I'm good. I'm good just where I'm at if I never buy anymore. I'm good. I got a 105 cost basis. I'm good. Right now today I'm up. I could parachute out, put a $1.50 in my pocket and go about my business. But the $1.50 ain't gonna do it. I need like 10 times that, 20 times that, right? So I'm in this thing long term. So you guys got to figure out paper asset wise what you're doing and what your plan is. So I'm just giving you my plan. I've told you what my plan is with Nvidia and my ETFs. I told y'all I'm gonna use that same plan with VGT, Vanguard Information Technology, VGT ETF, same strategy. Let's see what VGT is doing today. I'm pretty sure it's green, but it's still down. It's still sort of dip season, but not really for me, because I need dip season to be all the way down in the 400 and something range, not the 569 that it is today, even though that's a $40 decrease in price per share from a week or two ago. So somebody could still be in dip season I'm just not in dip season yet unless this thing gets in the fours. I needed to be in the 475 range, 450 range. Doesn't look like it's going to get there this go around. But we got another 2 months. We got the rest of September, October, November. It could fall down below what I needed to be in order for me to pick it up and then just hold it until it goes back to 600 plus. Right now, it's just not enough meat on the bone for what I need to accomplish. It's not enough for me to deploy that type of money that I'm gonna have to deploy for $40 a share. It's just not gonna do it for me. I need at least $100 a share for it to make sense to me. So this thing need to actually go down to like 506, 500, 495, 475, and then I'm in like Flynn, hold it till it gets back to 600 a share sometime next year, and then parachute out, make me $100 a share. So right now, it's a little too pricey for me. Wonderful stock. I'm not stock, but ETF, but just too pricey for me right now. Too dang on pricey. Too dang on pricey for me right now. But I got my eye on it. I got my eye on it. Let's take a look at Applied Digital Corp. That's a short. That's one of my shorts. Now, I have not pulled the trigger on this one yet because it got too expensive, too quick for me. See, because when I go look at the 52-week high, it's $8.65 a share. 52-week low is $2.36 a share. So $6 a share currently is too rich for my blood because, you know, the deal for me is if there's a catalyst to send it to $12 a share, I don't see that yet. Even though Nvidia's in this thing, I don't see that yet. So it's too pricey for me. Now, if it was $4 a share, I'd be considering it strongly right now. But at $6 a share, it's too rich for my blood, but it's still on the short list. It's still on the watch list. I'll continue to watch it. But see, because I told you, what I do is I look at the 52-week high and I look at the 52-week low. My goal is to purchase it more towards the 52-week low. So if I can get it for $4 a share, I don't necessarily need to get it for $2.35, but if I can get it to $4 a share, knowing that the 52-week high is 8 something, now I got a little room. Now I got a little room where I can go from $4 to $6 with the type of money I'm gonna be investing in it, and I can make 50 grand like that. But gotta be patient sometimes. So let's move on to Serve. Ooh. Oh man, Serve trying to get a little something. Serve is up to $8.25. You do know 52-week low is 177, 52-week high is 2409. So y'all know the 900-pound gorilla, Silverback, put the gold standard on them, and that ran them up to $24 a share. Will they repeat that anytime soon? I don't think so. So for me right now, I'm already in this thing, but I'm upside down. So all I can do is sit back and hopefully this thing climbs back and gets me even and make me a little something, and then I'm parachuting out. Because I don't know when this thing gets back to $24 a share again. I just needed to get back to break even, and then I'm good. Right now I'm down. I'm upside down in this thing. Now, don't get me wrong, this is the second bite at the apple, so I done made money. It's just the second bite at the apple, and I bid at the wrong time. I just bid at the wrong time. So, Serve, I'm in this thing, I done made money, but I'm trying to make a little more money. I got a little greedy. I got in a little too high because I got greedy, and I'm paying the price. Now, the good news for me, I can pay the price and just sit in this thing until it gets itself back. I ain't panicking. I'll sit in this thing for 2-3 years if I have to. I'm okay with that because I know I'll get my money back at some point. As a matter of fact, I already made money, but just, you know what I'm saying? I like to be whole on any time I make an investment. I want to be whole. Even though I made money in it before, I don't count that. I count what I put in the second time. But I think I'll be okay. Right now, Serve, just holding on upside down on the second bite at the apple, but I believe I'll get right-sized here. If not this year, next year, I'll get right-sized. Got greedy a little bit, but that's okay. I done made a bunch of money in the stock market this year. A bunch. So I'm good. Let's move on. Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab, another one of my shorts. Ooh, goodness gracious. Rocket Lab is trying to do the thing, man. But right now, again, I'm just sitting and waiting on something. 52-week low, 347. 52-week high, 736. So this thing is reaching its all-time high, 52-week high. It's right there. So yeah, a little pricey right now, but we'll see. What else I got? What else I got on my shorts? Oh, I know what I got. What else I got? Cohesity. Still private company, not publicly traded yet, but soon to be. I think 25 maybe it'll go public. I think it'll go public hopefully by next year. Let me see where we're at here. I'm looking on Hive. Let me see where we're at here. I'm looking at Hive right here. See where we at. So still decent, but of course, guys, this is a private company, so you can't just go buy this thing. You got to be an accredited investor. So just go out do you some research on accredited investors, and when I say research, I mean Google. Go do your little research and see if. But I like Cohesity. I'm not gonna go into a whole bunch of detail on it, but I do like it. And then I like who else I got? I got Cohesity, Rocket Lab, Serve, Applied. Who else? I'm missing something. But that's okay. I'm missing something. Okay, Nvidia 118.94. So still, at least it ain't, no crater yet, but it's up and down. Let's do one last thing on Palantir, and then we're gonna get out of here. I wanted to share some stuff on Palantir because that's one of the ones that I really like. And again, guys, this is not me trying to give you financial advice or nothing like that. I'm just a regular guy telling you what I'm buying. You go buy whatever you want to buy. I don't care. I'm just telling you what I'm buying. It's my YouTube channel. I tell people what I buy. That don't mean I'm trying to give you financial advice. That don't mean I'm trying to tell you what to do. I'm not. I'm telling you what I'm doing. You go do whatever you feel like you need to do for you and your family. I'm going to do what I got to do for mine. So here we go, Palantir. Palantir stock is set to make a major leap with its shares joining the ranks of the S&P 500 index. As announced last Friday, Palantir will officially start trading as part of the index on Monday, September 23rd. Yeah, man. I like that. Now, 12 months from now, what do I think? I'll get to that in a second. Matter of fact, it'll be what the experts think, because I'm going to go with the experts here. For Bank of America, oh, that's the expert. Oh, you just go. I'm not that. It's Bank of America. I got to listen to Bank of America. Come on now. Big boy bank. Second largest bank in America. Top 10 bank in the world. Got to listen to them, right? I guess. Maybe. For Bank of America, its analyst, which is a 5-star ranked in the top 2% of Wall Street stock experts. This is a Bank of America guy. He is in the top 2% of Wall Street stock experts. This moment marks a strong vindication. She draws a parallel with the way Palantir is looked at right now to how wrong the prognosticators were back in 1980. That year, AT&T commissioned a consulting firm to predict the size of the cell phone market by 2000. This is what AT&T did. They in 1980. They wanted to know how big would the cell phone market be in 2000. The firm estimated just 900,000 users. Whoa, they were wrong. Vastly underestimating the actual number, which surpassed 100 million mobile subscriptions by then. These early forecasts also failed to anticipate the rise of apps, streaming, and smart devices. We view Palantir's capabilities, technology, and path forward facing a similar fundamental misunderstanding. Baby, this is coming from Bank of America about Palantir. Now, if what they're saying, guys, is right, Palantir is going to be huge. Now, again, that ain't me trying to tell y'all what to go buy. I'm just telling you what Bank of America believes. When you liken it to the misestimate on cell phone users of 900,000, the thing came in at over 100 million. I'm just telling you what Bank of America thinks. The top analyst makes the case Palantir's, whatever that word is, has established a unique ecosystem that unlocks the value of data and automation to help with decision making. Just telling you guys, I'm just telling you, it's a wealth transfer, 5 years, 2030. Now to 2030 is a wealth transfer. This company is going into the S&P 500, guys. You do understand what that means. The S&P 500 has the top 500 companies in America in it. So the S&P is saying Palantir at about $35 a share is one of the top 500 companies in America now. Now you got Bank of America coming out saying it's a game changer. I don't know. Y'all might. Okay, let me keep reading. Let me keep moving on. The analyst at Bank of America counts Palantir as a critical enabler for the safe and secure deployment of machine learning, AI, and merging data science technologies, including the imminent advancements in quantum computing. Now, with the company getting a place on the benchmark index, Bank of America expert thinks this watershed moment could offer institutional investors a chance to revisit what they know about Palantir. Why is that important, guys? I keep telling y'all, if these institutional investors decide to go into a company and they're willing to bring in the power of their dollars and support the growth of this company by making an investment, they go to the moon. That's what this lady from Bank of America is saying. If institutional investors get behind this thing, $35 a share? Come on, guys. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's a bargain. Again, not your financial advisor, not trying to tell you what to do, just giving you my opinion on what I'm reading from the Bank of America expert. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, though. Let's just be clear on that. I ain't trying to tell nobody to buy nothing. Let me read that again. Now with the company getting a place on the benchmark index, the 500, watershed moment, she called it a watershed moment, could offer institutional investors a chance to revisit what they know about Palantir. Being included in the S&P could also significantly reduce the stock's volatility. The inclusion is likely to attract a larger pool of institutional investors, both passive and active, whereby providing greater stability and liquidity for the stock. That's an investment, guys. See, if they can get a larger pool of institutional investors to bring in trillions of dollars, guess what's that going to do to their stock price? For sure, for sure. Although institutional ownership in Palantir has increased by 6% over the past year, it remains notably below the average level of an S&P 500 company. See, this is the opportunity. We already know they're going into the S&P, guys. At some point, institutional investors will notice that. See, here's the thing about trying to time the market as opposed to just being in the market. You never know when that day is coming because there's no news flash that says, hey, XYZ institutional investors invest $1 trillion in Palantir. They're going to do it next Friday, so hurry up and get in. No, you don't get that announcement. So you out here trying to time the market and miss it. Your best bet is to just be in the market so you don't miss it. Just giving you a little pro tip. Even though I'm not a pro, I'm just a regular schmegler out here. I'm telling you guys, you don't want to try to time this. They've already gave you one hint. The dang on thing going into the S&P on September 23rd. That's your hint. That's your hint. So what you do with that is on you, not on me. But guess what? Get down in that description box and click on that Mumu link. Open up your Mumu account. And if you do want to put Palantir on the short list, there's a great way for you to purchase it if you decide that it's right for you and your family towards your wealth building. Get yourself down in the description box and click on that Mumu link and get you up to 15 free stocks. When you open a new Mumu brokerage account, you put $1,000 in there, you're going to get up to 15 free stocks. Then you can take that $1,000 and consider Palantir. You can put $5,000 in there and get you 15 free stocks and consider Palantir, or whatever you want to consider, right? I'm just trying to give you a little bit of information to help you collapse time frames and get yourself some confidence so you can execute something in this wealth transfer year before it's over, before you miss the whole year. So let's keep moving because we got to wrap this thing up. Although institutional ownership in Palantir has increased 6 percentage points over the last year, it remains notably below the average level for an S&P 500 company. There's some opportunity there, guys. Furthermore, the top 5 institutional shareholders account for roughly 20% of the total shares outstanding, suggesting there is ample room for new institutional investors to explore this name. So, down to the nitty-gritty. What does this all mean for current investors? Bank of America analyst rates Palantir shares a buy while boosting her price target from 30 to 50. Let me go see what this thing trading at right now. What is this thing trading at right now? This thing trading at $27 a share right now. $27 a share, man. Hold on. And this lady got it rated at $50 a share in the next 12 months. Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. Dead wrong on that. It's trading at $35.66 a share. But still, $15 potential upswing in 12 months could go higher than that. I've seen estimates on this thing, man, that take this thing way higher than that. Way higher. But again, guys, I'm not here to try to convince you to do anything. I'm just trying to give you what's on my radar and what I buy and how I determine what I buy is based on intel and based on research and based on what the experts are saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you you need to go buy anything. I'm just telling you what this particular expert from Bank of America is saying, who's in the top 2% of Wall Street analysts, stock analysts. She's saying 30, she's moving her price target from 30, it's already currently at about 35, to 50, implying the stock will rise by 43% over the next coming months. That's a bull's take, but others on the street have a more cautious view. The stock only claims a hold consensus rating based on a mix of 4 buys, 5 holds, 6 sells. Meanwhile, the 27.0 average target factors 1 year decline of 22%. Now, the stock is currently trading at 35.66. Now, again, who knows what can happen? I just think for me, it's worth to have on the watch list and decide what do I want to do, if I want to turn this thing into a long-term thing or if I want to keep it as a short. That's the only reason I shared that with you, so that I can give my little take on what I believe is going on, and I've given you that. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I'm going to get on out of here. It's Friday. Let me get ready to go try to enjoy my Friday. I appreciate y'all stopping by the channel and rocking with me for a little bit, but I'm past my 90 minutes. I went over. Hopefully I've given you some information to get you out to think a little bit, to start evaluating your wealth transfer strategy. If you're tweak it, pivot, do whatever you need to do to build you some wealth. Don't let this wealth pass you by, man. I've already told you, don't be afraid of buying the dip season if it's good, strong companies that you believe can get you where you need to go. Don't be afraid. I mean, listen, man, no risk, no reward. No risk, no reward. That's what life gives us. No risk, no reward. So make sure you evaluate your game plan and figure out what the game plan is and how can you maximize your game plan to get you to wealth. I just wanted to share some topics with you that I always do every day on the channel. Tracy, I see you. Thank you for rocking with me and supporting me, supporting the wealth builders. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Appreciate you so much. And I know you're one of these people that are out there not being afraid and building your wealth. Not being afraid. That's the key, guys. That's what we offer in the wealth builders. Good folks like Tracy who have come a long ways in her own right through what? Just educating herself, knowing what her game plan is, knowing what her end result is, finding big boy blue chip paper assets that match up with her game plan to build wealth for her and her family. I mean, not pointing fingers at people. Oh, golly, you told me to do this. Oh, golly, he did this and it down. No, just got her mindset right. Understands dip season and what that offers if she wants to take advantage of it. Understands the cycles. We know good and well that the stock, well, a lot of y'all don't know this, but the folks in the wealth builders, they understand the stock market is one continuous bull market. Or what the point of it is. Ain't no point of it. It's one continuous bull market that has periods of correction and consolidation, which is healthy for the stock market. A pullback in Nvidia is healthy for the stock market. It's healthy for the overall company. It's healthy. There's no way the stock market exists without pullbacks. The question is, you got to understand that and then say, well, okay, if this thing is pulled back, here's my strategy. If I can reduce my cost per share by participating in dip season, maybe I need to do that. If it's not, then don't do it. Set your course, set your North Star, and go to your North Star. Every now and then we may have to stop, take a little bit of a rest, but don't take your eye off of your North Star. I don't think Tracy has taken her eye off of her North Star and all the other good people over in the wealth builders. See, we've all got our North Star. And we all have a different route to that North Star. But you got to have a North Star is the point. If you don't have a North Star, you get confused and you don't know where you're going. You get lost without your North Star. Get you a North Star. Focus on that North Star so you don't get lost and confused. Wall Street traders, 1%ers do not want you to have a North Star. They want you out here aimlessly walking around confused and lost and afraid. Get you a North Star. Get you a North Star. And if you don't know how to get that North Star, get yourself to my website and join the Wealth Builders. We will help you find a North Star for you and your family. Now, we can't tell you what to do. We can't tell you what to buy. We can't tell you all that because we ain't an expert. But we can help you with the mindset. See, the North Star, guys, is a mindset. And I'll be doggone, we can help you get your mindset right. And then you got a North Star. So you don't get lost. You don't get afraid. You don't get scared. And guess what? If you do, you got 1,000+ people over in the Wealth Builders to help bring you back to the North Star. See, we can help bring you back to your North Star. When you get a little bit, oh, golly, I lost my North Star. I'm out here all in the matrix by myself, panicking. No. Come on over. Hey, guys, I lost my North Star. Bring me back. Help me find this North Star so I can get myself back on track. That's why you need community, guys. This is why you need community when you're building wealth, so they can help you bring you back to the North Star. Thank y'all, guys. Appreciate y'all today. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Do me a big favor. Get down in the description box. Click on that Mumu link. Make that a part of your North Star today. Make that a part of the mindset. Make that a part of your North Star. Make that a part of finding your North Star today. Get down to that description box. Click on the Mumu link. Sign yourself up for Mumu. Put you some money in there. Get your North Star right. They're going to give you up to 15 free stocks when you do that. Now you're in position to go ahead and follow that North Star. But it starts with you making up the decision up here that you want to build wealth, and you're going to utilize every financial tool that you have in your quiver. Every financial arrow you have in your quiver, you need to use. And guess what should be 2 of those financial tools? Mumu, down in the description box, and the Wealth Builders. We should be 2 of your financial tools that you use to help you find your North Star and then get to that North Star. Right? So appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, get over to the Wealth Builders. Second link down in the description box is the website address, www.richardfain.net. Get yourself over to the Wealth Builders and we'll help you find your North Star. We can't tell you what to buy investments now. We can't do all that. We can give you feedback on what we buy and why we buy it, but we can't be your financial advisor. That's not what we do over in the Wealth Builders. We're not trying to be nobody's financial advisor. What we're trying to do is help people with mindset and encourage people to find their North Star and point them in the right direction so that they can find their North Star. That's what we do. We help people find their North Star. And then we help them stay on pace and stay on track and encourage them when they steer off track, and we get them back on track through what? Encouragement, family. If you need that in your life, man, get on over to the website and get yourself part of the Wealth Builders, fastest growing financial community on Patreon. All right, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a wonderful Friday. Do something nice for yourself. Do something nice for others that don't include money. Y'all know what I've been telling y'all lately. Put something positive in the world so you get tenfold back. I keep telling you, you put negative in the world, you're going to get tenfold back to you. It's called karma. I like to call it boomerang. It's a boomerang effect. Whatever I throw out there, that boomerang, boom, hit me back in the head. So I better throw positive out there if I want that boomerang to come back at me with positive. I throw that boomerang out there of negative information, negative feelings, talking about people, picking at people, just rotten attitude about life, guess what that boomerang gonna do? He's gonna bring about 10 times that back to you. It's telling you, man, get yourself out there and do something positive in this world. Stop being negative. Try positive. Some of y'all don't understand why nothing changes in your life. Why, listen, man, all you putting out there is bad vibes in the world, but you think you're gonna get good vibes back? Are you really kidding me? Are you that naive? No. You don't put bad stuff in the universe and think you're gonna get good stuff back. No, you put good stuff in the universe and you get good stuff back. I can't be out here clowning people and expect somebody to not clown me. You got to put good in this world, man. Good. If you want good back. Just my little 2 cents. You do whatever you want to do. It's your life. I'm just trying to give you a little pro tip from a guy that's done it, been there. That's all I'm trying to do, man, is help you out with life. Not just this wealth building thing, but with life. Don't expect good things if you don't give good things, guys. You don't get good things unless you give good things. That's it. And don't worry about people, what they say. Don't worry about that. Prioritize what's important to you in your life and focus on that. And focus on giving good in this world. See, give good. See, you know why I live such a great life? And I have such a great life because I give goodness. So I get goodness tenfold, man. I don't want for nothing. Nothing. Number one reason I don't want for nothing is because I got a relationship with God and Jesus Christ. And I already know my God and Jesus. Listen, man, it can't nothing touch me because my God is on my side. So that's number one. That's the number one thing I don't want for. And guess what else? My family love me. My daughters, they adore their father. They love him. Why? Because I love them. And they know I got their back no matter what. Those two things right there, guys, you cannot, that's priceless. That's priceless. So you think I care what some clown say about me on YouTube or what some clown say about me on Instagram or what some clown say about me on any come on, man. I got God on my side and my family on my side, man. That's priceless. Can't nobody touch me when I got that on my side. And oh, by the way, I know how to build wealth. So I got the trifecta, man. I got God, I got family, and I got wealth. That's a trifecta. So, but that comes from doing what though? Sowing good seeds in the world. That comes from sowing good seeds. See, when you sow good seeds, you get a bountiful harvest. Because I sow good seeds. And the people that know me and rock with me on this YouTube channel and know me in life in general, they know I'm a guy that sows good seeds. I ain't perfect. I have my mistakes and my faults. But if you go to anybody that knows me, I mean, that truly knows me, they'll tell you, oh, that's a good dude, man. That's a good dude. That's a good dude. He ain't coming around here with no bad energy. He ain't coming around here talking about people behind their back. He ain't coming on here trying to three-card Monty people and steal money from them and sell them the world and give them nothing. He don't do that. And the people know over in my mentorship group, they'll tell you that. Richard Fain don't try to sell them nothing over there. I'm not trying to sell them anything over there in our whole existence, and I won't allow anybody else to try to sell them anything over there. They will tell you that. I don't try to sell my people anything in the wealth builders. I want them to be in a safe place where they can talk about their ideas, they can continue to follow their North Star and help others find their North Star and get to wealth. I'm not over there trying to tell nobody nothing. I ain't trying to sell nobody no t-shirts. I ain't trying to sell nobody no whatever people sell people in these little groups. I ain't sold them nothing, and I ain't gonna never sell them nothing. Ain't nobody ever gonna be selling nothing over in that wealth builders group. period. Because that's not why it's there. It's there to help people, to encourage people, to help people find their North Star. So, listen, like I said, man, y'all have a wonderful one. I'm done. I know I took 20 minutes and did a little preaching. did a little Sunday morning service on a Friday. I know some of y'all, hey, listen, whoever's still in here, thank you for listening. I needed that. Sometimes I got to get it out. You know, I gotta give you what I got to give you. Whether you receive it or not, that ain't my concern. God says give it to him, so I got to give it to you. I had to give it to you because the head honcho said give it to you, so I had to give it to you. All right? Appreciate y'all, man. Lock it in with a thumbs up before we get out of here. Stay strong, stay long. Thoughts become things. See it in your mind. Hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Also, keep smiling. Keep smiling. Don't ever let anybody take that from you. Keep smiling. Keep smiling. Keep laughter in your heart. Don't take life so serious. Prioritize the things that are important to you. Find your North Star. Peace.